Hello and welcome to the Pioneer Spotlight, the program where we interview a Point Park athlete or coach. I'm Colton the Bias, and joining me today from the men's soccer team is Mr. Geert Bijl. Geert, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, Geert. So we got to get to your game yesterday. 6-0 win against Midway. So you guys started off so strong by scoring 2 goals in not even 5 minutes of the game. How were you guys able to just get off on that strong start and keep it for the rest of the game?
Yeah, so before the game started, we already had a really good game plan. We all knew what to do. 2 years ago, we had some trouble with Midway. Last year, we won really well with 6-0 as well. So we wanted to win big again, you know. So we started good. I think it was 2-0 in the first 10 minutes. And we just wanted to keep going, you know. We didn't want to stop because sometimes that happens when you lead quick and then you tuck in and you give them a chance. So we wanted to just win big today, and that's what happened.
And not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, Midway only had 1 shot on goal in the first half.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, we had a good game plan. We wanted to press them, win every second ball, and that's what happened. The defense played really well as well. So that's why they only had 1 shot on goal.
Yeah. All right. So Geert, excuse me. You are a senior, and you have been playing for the past 3 years now. Tell us about this year's team from your perspective, knowing that you have that senior leadership.
Yeah. So of course this year is so different than all the other years. You know, like normally we have a 2-week preseason. This year it was a month. We have half of the games this year, so it's hard to compare this to the previous years because normally we already have played 10 games. Now we only played 3 official games. But with that being said, I still think we have a really good team this year. We have a lot of quality, a lot of technical players, and also a lot of players who have already been here for 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I think we have a really strong team as well, with a lot of options on the bench as well.
Yes, are there like any other strengths that you can think of with the team this year?
I mean, like, we have a lot of options on top and in the midfield, so that's good. The last year we didn't have that many options on top, so I think that is a strength. And like, not to mention Johnny in the back, you know, he has been here for 3 years as well. He is a really strong player, so that also helps the team a lot, I think.
So what do you think the potential is for this team this year, and what are some things you guys think you need to improve on? Excuse me.
Well, we always need to improve on a lot of things every day, so that's why we practice really good every day. But like, the potential of this team, we always try to end up high in the conference, and that always happens. The last 2 years we ended up 3rd in the conference. So of course this year I really want to win the conference. It's my senior year. For a lot of other players as well, it's their senior year, so we want to go to the nationals if that's possible. That is the goal of the team, and that's why we are working hard every day to reach that.
And now, looking at the makeup of the team, there are players from all over the world, as there are 14 countries represented, and not to mention with you here, along with 5 other players who represent the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about how within the team and how like everybody gets along, knowing you guys have like so much diversity on the team.
Yeah, so it is really nice to have a lot of countries representing this team, 14. What we always do when new players come in from different countries, we always try to hang out after practice, have cookouts, have meetings. You know, sometimes we hang out after practice with a lot of guys, and we try to make everyone feel comfortable in this team. You know, when it's your first year in America and you are from a different country, it's really hard with English sometimes. I had the same in my freshman year, you know, it was really hard to have a good normal conversation in English because it was hard. So we try to make people feel really comfortable, and yeah, you know, yeah, that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
Make them really comfortable. That's more really important thing.
Yeah, so could you maybe tell us a little bit more about your experience coming to America during the first time, like with your freshman year? Because were you ever like in America before you came over here to play for the university?
I've visited America 1 year before I actually came here, and I went to New York, and I was like, I want to go to America to play soccer and to combine my education with that, you know. So first I went to a school in Missouri Valley College, which was a really great soccer program. You know, we won the conference, we won the playoffs, and we played the national tournament final, which we lost. But the school didn't, it was in the middle of nowhere, you know, it was in a small town. That was not what I wanted. I wanted to have the full experience of going to America. So I had a really good friend here at Point Park, maybe you know him, Wessel Rietveld. And he helped me to transfer to Point Park University because that's what I wanted, to have a university in the middle of the city, a lot of sports teams around, and I'm really happy that I chose to come here.
Yeah, well, that is awesome here, and we are so happy to have you here. So now I'm talking about your personality. What was it that made you come to a Point Park in the first place? And looking back on that decision, I guess how has your time been here so far?
Yeah, it is really good because like we have a lot of different nationalities here, good coaches, good trainers who help us a lot, and you know, normally we play at the Highmark Stadium. That's also a reason why I came here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately we cannot play there this year, but I love every minute here, man.
Yeah, but are there like any differences compared to where you guys play now, which is the Riverhounds practice facility, the Montour and Justin Sports Complex? Like, are there any differences playing from there rather than playing at Highmark?
Yeah, it's really different because, like, as you said, last year, the years before, we played and we practiced at Highmark. So now we have practices at Riverview, which is another field where we normally play our home games. We play our home games at the Montour
Junction Sports Complex.
Yeah. And you know, it doesn't really feel like a home game, you know, because we don't practice there every day. We only come there for the game to play. So it is different. The field is good though, so that's a positive thing. Mm-hmm. And still people can watch our games, but it's really different than it used to be, you know.
Yeah.
But we try to make the best of it, and yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of games coming up in this short time span, and so what is the team focusing on to get through that? You know, and also not to mention, you guys still have to play the two teams that have dominated the conference over the past few years, WVU Tech and Rio Grande. And not to mention, you guys are actually tied for first with a new school to the conference, Oakland City. So what is the mindset going to be for the team, knowing that you guys have such big games coming up?
Yeah, so we won the first 3 conference games against the weaker teams of the conference. And we won them pretty big, which gives us confidence. You know, now we are turning almost in the second half of the conference, and now we have to start playing well every game, every minute of every game. You know, every game is getting a more important game, and West Virginia and Rio is always a challenge. You know, we tied West Virginia 2 years ago. We almost tied them last year. And we lost for 2 years in a row against Rio, and like me and all my teammates are, you know, getting ready for those games. Those are the most important games, and you know, we have the weekend off now, but from next week on, you know, every practice, everything that we do has to go with 100%, and we play them at home this year, so that might be in our advantage this year.
Yeah, that is a true hair. And now, finally, I want to get to Coach Childs, who was named the head coach for you guys after Coach Waltra's departure. How has Coach Childs been blending into the team with his first year as head coach?
Yeah, so it was for everyone a big surprise that Ed Child was going to be the head coach for him as well. A lot of players already knew Ed as an assistant coach because he has been here for 14 years already, so almost every player knew him. But it was different for everyone in the beginning because he needed to find assistant coaches as well, which was a challenge. But he is doing great. You know, we trust each other. He has close contact with the captains, with Mitch, Johnny, and me. We all help each other. You know, and for now, he is doing fine. We are 3-0 in the conference, you know, so it's also part of the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's true. So, Geert, thank you so much for joining us today, and best of luck with the season as you guys progress during this last month of play.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, yep. Alrighty, folks, and don't forget, make sure to follow Point Park Sports. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we thank you for joining us today. Have a good one.